Hello, good morning. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Well, okay, a beautiful Valentine's Day. It's the 14th of February, where everybody, almost the whole world celebrates this special day to signify love, whichever kind of love, agape, philios, whatever kind of love you can talk about. But the long and short of it is that people celebrate love on this day. My name is Yinka Kenny. The show is Bumper Breakfast. So who is your Valentine this morning? Both young and older, celebrating love, feeling loved. But then I would just say that love is something that should be celebrated every moment, every day. It shouldn't be just one day. If you are with your spouse, it shouldn't just be that day you let your spouse know how much you love and cherish him or her. Because both you cherish, if you cherish your partner, you should celebrate the person on a daily basis. Nothing stops you from sending a little text message here, a little gift there, even affectionate words goes a long way. Then at times, most of the times, between people, father, mother, children, and spouses, relationships, people want to be assured of the fact that they are loved. They want to know that, yes, I have somebody that cares for me. I have somebody that is watching my back. I'm not alone in whatever I am going through. That is what is called love. Love should not be a momentary celebration. It should not be a yearly celebration. It should not be a monthly celebration or even a weekly celebration. But every moment, it should be every moment, every time where you celebrate your loved ones. And I like to tell people that let's form the habit of celebrating ourselves when we are alive. We shouldn't wait until our loved one or our friends, our associate, or whoever dies before we celebrate him or her. We should learn to celebrate people when they are alive. Love, love, love. How do you show love? How do you show someone that you care? How do you show someone that, yes, I got your back? You show it by your action, by your words of mouth, by checking out on people. You see, the world has been made so easy. A little phone call, a little text message will go a long way so that person will know that, oh, you are not forgotten. You are loved. You are thought about. That is what love is all about. Love is about care. Love is about affection. Love should be shared not only with people in some sort of emotional relationship. Your uncles, your aunties, they want to be loved. They want to be assured that they are loved. Your old ones, your parents, even in their old age, they want to still be assured that, yes, my children care for me. My children, I am not abandoned. That is what we call love. So today, as you celebrate love, as you celebrate Valentine, remember not only your spouse, not only that person you are in an emotional relationship with. Remember your parents. Remember your brothers, your sisters. Remember your friends, just your platonic friends. Remember those people that you have not heard from them for a long time. Love is about caring. Love is about sharing. Love is about giving. Love, love, love. Love is about telling somebody, I got your back. That's what is called love. Well, that's what I believe. It's love. And where we do Valentine today, just show someone you care. Go a little bit further by calling up your girlfriend, your boyfriend. When I talk about your girlfriend, a girl, a female, your female friends, you can just call them up and tell them, I just want to tell you that I love you, I got your back, and understand what you are going through. I appreciate what you're going through, but I got your back, and God has got us all. We go on a very short break right now. When we return, Tomisi joins me on the set. I don't know what Tomisi is all about Valentine today. When we come back, we'll see what Tomisi has.
I don't know when I'm coming back. I'll be gone for a little while, but I will keep myself for me and you. I'll be back for you. I don't know what the future. I hope and pray to make you wait for me, 'cause I'll come back for you, darling. You hold my love. You are mi bolo ao, ara mi wà lọ́nà kò wálé. Olólùfẹ́ fìfẹ́rẹ́ ilé ayé mi padà o. Loneliness has been me all the day. Òjò ìfẹ́ rọ̀lé mi o, ara mi wà lọ́nà. Òjò ìfẹ́ rọ̀lé mi o, ara mi wà lọ́nà. It was a silent night. Find someone to love. Maybe someday I will find my own. The feeling is so strong. No, I can be wrong. I am not the same. You've been gone for too long. The way I feel inside is why I cry. Baby, where art thou? Need you by my side. The feeling said a shiver to my heart, baby. Yeah. Oh, so my love. Kokoro ìfẹ́ mi bolo ao, ara mi wà lọ́nà bó wálé. Olólùfẹ́ fìfẹ́rẹ́ ilé ayé mi padà o. Loneliness has been me all the day. Òjò ìfẹ́ rọ̀lé mi o, ara mi wà lọ́nà. Òjò ìfẹ́ rọ̀lé mi o, ara mi wà lọ́nà. I will go many miles, anywhere there for you, girl, I will lie. Said you would be my baby, 'cause I'm your honey. You're my wife one day. See, I'm loving the things you do. I'm loving it, loving it.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. Of course, my name is Tomisi Adebukola, and it's a pleasure. I've been here with you this great and exciting Tuesday morning. Of course, Yinka Kenya told you that she doesn't know what I have going on. I don't get it. I don't get the whole Valentine dress code, blah 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 blue, blah blah blue, blah blah blue kind of thing. For me, it's a day. It's a day that we, talk about the issues surrounding love, and of course how a man joined a couple despite all odds, so all of that. The truth is, it's a day to show love, but must we now do color code, color blocking, and the color thing, just that color thing? Akalatin is not gelling with me today. All right, we want to take a look at the papers this morning. Of course, the stories that made the front page. I particularly like the Nation newspaper, and I want to start with Tinubu vows to translate Kolmani oil to prosperity. Why polls won't hold in 240 units by INEC. We'll take a look at that in depth. Naira policy has Supreme Court ruling being complied with. Turkey, Syria, earthquakes, 37,000 dead, 90,000 injured. Gunmen burn the court. That's on page 26 of the Nation newspaper. Picture story of the Nation newspaper shows the conversation yesterday at the private sector engagement that the Lagos State government, of course, did, or the Lagos State governor and some of the team members of the APC had yesterday in Lagos. You have the Director General Budget Office, Ben Akabweze. You have the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola. You have the SSA to the President of Sustainable Development Goals, Princess Adejoke Oreloke Adefulure. And of course, you also have right here the Governor of Lagos State and about 3 other people, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The banner headline of the Nation newspaper, Naira crisis has brought hunger, anger, says Sultan. Now, I like the fact that even the Sultan of Sokoto is jumping on the story and, of course, expressing what exactly Nigerians have been going through. Monarch asks President to take action. Banks reject old notes. Shut out customers. Courts to SPDC Rivers accusation of Kidney Island. OML 11 irreversible. And Lagos begins test run of blue light rail. DSS quizzes, releases Femi Fani Kayode. Those are the stories on the front page of the Nation newspaper.
All right, excuse me. The Punch newspaper has the lead story, Naira deadline. Banks, fuel stations reject old notes. Ignore Supreme Court order. And the writers are Buhari, Emefiele meet again as old Naira deposits eats over 2 trillion Naira. POS operators, depositors panic. Flood banking halls with old currency. And the fuel marketers blame banks. Courts turn back lawyers with expired money. So everybody is rejecting the older notes now. And the picture story is a very good one, coming from the presidency. Buhari launches security equipment, warns police against politics. Okay, Whitney, protesters besiege Chrisland as government orders inquest. AK-47 bearing pastor arrested. Policeman faces probe. Church apologizes. I wonder what he was thinking. Did you see that over the weekend? The pastor that went to church with an AK-47.
Yes.
House
on the Rock pastor.
I wonder what he was actually thinking.
Yeah. He was trying to do an illustration, but I think it was a bad prop. They say it was an unloaded gun, but it was a bad prop.
All right, breach. Data Bureau probes 110 companies. And above the nameplates, we have North will benefit greatly from Kolmani oil field. That's coming from Tinubu. Okay, National Agency for Control of AIDS, they are talking here. They say share love on Val's Day, not HIV. All right, and Atiku Rivers rally cancelled to prevent death. And that's coming from PDP. And Fani Kayode is saying, I regret raising coup alarm. That's all the stories.
Really?
Yes. On the front page of it.
All right, we have the Guardian newspaper. We have police claim Oduduwa agitators amassing weapons to disrupt the polls. The unloaded gun, church restates commitment to peace. And Valentine's Day, Google Trends show Nigeria leads in search for love in 2023. Nigeria leads in search for love in 2023. Interesting. That's Google. telling you guys what you have been doing online. You are looking for love.
Like, what did you say?
Valentine's Day, a report coming from Google shows Google Trends show that Nigeria leads across the world amongst all the countries in the world in the search for love in 2023.
Oh my God.
People are looking for love. Ganduje Muta canvass ranching as Sultan decries politicization of farmer header clashes. Right again, Buhari meets Emefiele keeps mom on Naira swap. And you have CBN embrace e-Naira, internet banking as alternative to cash. Apex Bank loses $15 billion to hoarding, explains how to exchange old notes. BDC's profit from Naira scarcity, lower exchange rate for cash transaction. Piazzu worried about cash scarcity on traders in Abia, commissioner says. Niger governor orders police to arrest anyone rejecting the old notes. Right, CSO's march for removal of Bawa as EFCC chair that took place in Lagos yesterday. Still no respite on new Naira notes as Lagosians try their hands at ATM gallery in Ojaoba, Bulegba, Lagos yesterday. And you can see the picture of a young lady, of a young
tired
woman.
and sleeping.
And she's not sleeping. This woman is possibly crying because she possibly has no hope, nothing
She
to
could just
eat.
be tired, sleeping, and anything. She could just. But the fact remains that she's dejected.
The fact remains that we have turned unavailability, we've weaponized unavailability of the Naira notes, and we have weaponized it and turned it into an opportunity to take more Nigerians into poverty. So I'm looking at the poverty index for January, February now. By the time that comes out, then you hear that apart from the 130 million Nigerians, which was said to be living below poverty level before, there would be maybe another 20 million that has joined. Unfortunately, many of them will be rich people who had their money and couldn't spend it. All right, Rivers purchase of a Kidney Island and stakes in OML 11 irreversible, court tells the SPDC. A High Court sitting in Port Harcourt issued an order restraining Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, from interfering with the government of Rivers State title rights and interest over fixed land assets comprised in Kidney Island Bays, Port Harcourt, and interest in lands comprised in OML 11. All right, those are the stories I have here on the front page of the Guardian newspaper.
Nigerian Tribune, the lead story here is why elections won't hold in 240 polling units coming from INEC. And in Cross River, Atiku says, restructuring will ensure more accountability. That cancels campaign rally in Rivers. I did not stockpile new Naira notes. That's coming from Tinubu this morning. And police detained Abuja pastor preaching with AK-47. Lagos government orders coroner's inquest into Christland students' death. Buhari's government must address anger in Nigeria, coming from Sultan. And gunmen ban Imo High Court. Still, Imo State, they are moving from the INEC offices down to the court. It's really a sad one. I think something drastic must be done, there. Oh, above the nameplate, we have all eyes on you on 2023 polls. Buhari tells police. Coup allegation, DSS grills Fani Kayode. My action regrettable, he says. Banks, petrol stations reject old Naira notes. Again, Buhari meets Emefiele. That's all the stories we have here on the front page of Nigerian Tribune.
All right, so let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're talking some more. And of course, let's look in depth into some of these stories. Of course, we'll begin with the one that Nigerians are most concerned about, and that is the Naira swap. Some banks, they say, are refusing to collect the old Naira notes. Yet, some people are saying arrest those who refuse to collect the old Naira notes. President Muhammad Buhari is still keeping mum. Emefiele is still saying no going back on the matter. How exactly do we forge ahead?
Papa, mama, brother, sister, this Lagos must work for all of us. Everybody down fun Eko.
Oh yes, Lagos people, papa, mama, sister, brother, auntie, plus including uncle them. Better don't land for Lagos State gidigba. Money will be for Lagos State, then go use them for Lagos State. Wella, no more baba sope. Then no go chop Lagos State money. Nobody go pocket Lagos State. Then go take and build Lagos State, build road, build hospital, build houses, and now only one man fit do this job. His name na Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor. He can't carry one ogbonge person as the deputy governor. Her name na Funke Akindele. My people, what do we wait for? Make we vote for light, vote for change. No be the kind change where they vote before. This one na the original change. How Amumu don't do. Pay they pay.
Everybody down fun Eko.
Let's say,
Friends,
if that day you love more now, 1 + 1 is 2. But when it's me and you, more is 1. Undori me rule, ain't nobody but you. I feel one it come. I know say we no day on good times, normally oh. But you know say I love you, I know feel let you go, my baby. Why you know they call me Lady? Because of you, I know future, you listen. See my eyes, see I don't cry, oh, oh my baby, my baby. If you see my mama, make you tell her, I don't see my baby. You don't need to, make we see where you be down. I dey other mother they wait down, and I swear down if you waste my time, I no go be forgiving you for life. Oh my baby, why you know they call me Lady? Because of you, I know future, you listen lady. See my eyes, see I don't cry, oh oh my baby, my baby. Back there, I'ma get my down. Àwa gangan là ní town. A fẹ́ sanwó orí ẹ̀ now. Ìjọba náà dánkù di money loud. Wọ́n yan ma o, wọ́n yan ma. Bí kò ló dé wọ́n yan ma. Ìjọ ma o, ìjọ ma. Ọkọ tí wọ́n ló dé ó jọ ma. Oh my baby. Why you no dey call me Lady? Because of you, I no fit chop. You listen lady. See my eyes, see I don't cry, oh motivate. Oh my baby, my baby. Oh I just wanna dance, it's in my back. I'm to the creator.
friends, oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. Yes, we're discussing first the Naira swap and there's so many issues that have come up as a result of that. Like I said before, we had the break. We have a guest in the studio, Mr. Aki Fatuke, a chartered accountant, a fellow of the Institute, joins us this morning, a public affairs analyst, of course, of great respect. Will be talking to us about this issue between last week and this week. I'm sure Mr. Fatuke has seen much more and is well loaded with information to pass across. How are you doing today? Good morning.
Yes, thank you very much, Tomi Singh. I'd like to say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Nigerians. Nice to have me here. Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's Day. But
Despite-
it's a blue Valentine's.
Despite the fact that there's apparently no love everywhere, and that's why we're all looking for love.
That's why Google has said that we are the ones looking for love all over the world. Whether we like it or not, we're just the ones most concerned about this concept called love.
That's right. On the Naira scarcity that we are facing, it is only the deaf that will not see, or the blind that will not hear. Where we are at today. When you do scenario planning and you do all put together and you do what you call worst case scenario, because finance, accounting is a science of sorts. And when you simulate them, you ask the what if question. I have put all my studies, both theoretical and practical, into looking at this Naira color change policy and the attendants, or what you call the side effects. Some people call it the unintended effects of a very good policy. And I am not surprised that we are getting to where we are at now. And I must confess at this stage that I am shocked and surprised that quite a number of people are surprised. I am miffed that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Godwin Emefiele, some of them seems to be on one side, and the rest of us,
And the rest of Nigerians. No. They have some supporters with them on the other side.
on the other side. I am shocked. I am miffed that they will pretend that they do not know that this suffering is going on. Let me make a shout out to Mrs. Maiden Ibro of The Guardian. Her love is palpable. What you showed earlier in The Guardian of that lady, that hapless lady in front of her newspaper,
I'm telling you.
is a way of The Guardian now saying,
I'm telling you, you see the woman saying
Mr. President, you have not seen. Now here it is that you are looking
that
at.
you're watching.
Mr. Emefiele, you have not seen. Now here you are watching. If just for that one singular reason, we must have a human face to whatever we are doing. And it is only a callous set of people that will say you have hit somebody. The person just jumped in front of your car. You hit somebody, and you don't have that unction feeling that you've hit somebody. Is this person going to get a first aid? Okay, is this person going to die? Even if the person is going to die, is his or her body going to be scattered all around the road? You just don't have that gut feel. I know for sure, and people who know, even the people who are supporting the highly thoughtless, the highly out of legal way of wanting to go ahead, even when the extra tire is gone and we are all shouting. Even if they continue to refuse to see, there is just one thing that is available, and I pray that Almighty God will prove me wrong here. The will and the test power of the resilient Nigerian is being pushed to the wall deliberately. Is being pushed to the wall deliberately. And it's unfortunate that if they feel that when the incubus now comes with thunder and rain, that they will have a place to hide. Again, people...
Of course they have a place to hide, Mr. Fatuke. You're talking about a group of people who live in Aso-Rock?
They will not have a place, to hide when thunder becomes over and above lightning. You are going to be swallowed up. Now, I said 2 years ago, and I don't know if you remember, told me, see, at the beginning of the year, I was on your program, and I was talking about tightening seatbelt, and I made a point that our rulers are not really planning for us. Some of them, I don't know if you remember this, because you went askance that day, and I said some of the prayers that some of them have is because they have not planned for us, they are only planning for their pockets. And these people are not capable of planning for the livelihood of the vast majority of Nigerians. This is exactly what we are seeing.
We're not even asking them to plan for a livelihood here. We're asking them to be kind enough to allow us spend the money that we have in our bank accounts.
If you don't plan for somebody's livelihood, you don't care a hoot.
Whether he has money, he hits or he doesn't hit.
The more you beg, the more taciturn they become, and the more their ears become deep. If you dealt with the devil, I'm sorry, I have to say it exactly it is. If you dealt with the devil and you go on pleading and pleading, what the devil understands is what you call balance of terror. I must say that point blank. And if the Supreme Court has said, okay, right or wrong, please stop it, and then we have two people, so we believe, which is said for the vast majority of Nigerians and the Supreme Court, we are not going to obey, we are not going to obey your rules to give us a bit of a leeway. You are worse than Satan, pure and simple. I speak for the vast majority who are not even watching what we are saying here because they don't have the capacity to watch, but they are dying in their thousands back in the village. I do not know how many of these top guns politicians that we want to catch in a cage, because that's the whole essence of this. I don't know how many of them you caught now. I don't know how many of them are suffering like the rest of us. I am always very, very skeptical. If Kenny, who is sitting in front of me, I always like to use that as an example. If Kenny comes out here and say, okay, wow, and I will tell you that is because Kenny has the new Naira notes. I will also say that if President Muhammadu Buhari is actually facing the hardship that we're facing, he would never, ever. No, if others are facing it, and I am okay, I can continue to pontificate. And MFLA just came back from his fugitive travel abroad and came back, and DSS is looking at him.
That's
he will never ever feel. You continue to plead with these people. I want to believe I'm a gentleman. You continue to plead with these people. The only thing that this set of rulers understand is not pleading. It's deliberate, focused action to make them understand that they are servants of the vast majority. I don't think the cash policy is working from the way that they are implementing it. It works elsewhere, and there are examples where it is done, where things run pari passu, and if you say you want to do it the typical Nigerian way, it has to be the hand of government that must be in the commerce. Commerce is grinding to a halt. SMEs are all crying. The few who are getting the notes are displaying it and they are spraying it in parties. You see a lot of these things.
Mr. Fatuke, I like this report.
I think it's unfortunate.
All right, let's take a very quick break. When we come back from this break, there is something Osita Nwasunobi, the Director of Corporate Communications for the CBN, said in Kaduna yesterday. We'll take a look at it.
Let's say
Friends,
if it a day, you love more now. 1 + 1 is 2, but when it's me and you, more is 1. Undori me rule, ain't nobody but you. I feel one it I know say we no day on good times, normally, but you know say I love you, I know feel let you go, my baby. Why you know they call me lady? Because of you, I know future, you isolate. See my eyes, see I don't cry, oh, motivated. Oh, my baby, my baby. If you see my mama, make you tell her, I don't see my baby, no, there needs to make with the best to be done. I dey other mother, they wait, and I swear down if you waste my time. I don't go be forgiving you for life. Oh my baby, why you know they call me lady? Because of you, I know future, you isolated. See my eyes, see I don't cry, oh motivated. Oh my baby, my baby. Back there, I'ma get my down. I wa go la ní town. I fẹ́ sanwó orí ẹ̀ now. Ìjọba náà dánkù di money loud. Wọ́n yan ma o, wọ́n yan ma. Bí kò ló dé wọ́n yan ma. Ìjọ ma o, ìjọ ma. Ọkọ tí wọ́n ló dé ó jọ ma. Oh my baby. Why you know they call me lady? Because of you, I know future, you isolated. See my eyes, see I don't cry, oh motivated. Oh my baby, my baby. Oh, it's a man I don't go. It's my back. Come on.
oh yeah, now shout out to my one and only. Now you be my hello band. In came your one in a million. Shout out to my baby honey. Now you be my girl, you. They me your one in a billion. Aliman lo lowo, ṣùgbọ́n alálàáfíà. Aliman nílé lórí, ayé wa dùn lórí. Aliman lo lowo, ṣùgbọ́n nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Aliman nílé lórí o. Orente no dey complain o, ẹ bá mi kí o orente o, orente o. Ṣálá tún bá orente o, orente o. Ẹ bá mi kí o orente o, orente o. Ṣálá tún bá orente o, orente o. Ẹ bá mi kí o orente, ìyàwó mi ló orente. Toast you tell am say you no do, say you no go leave me. Ọmọge tó lóyà, baby mi tó short, say you no go leave me. Àlìmá ló lọ́wọ́, ṣùgbọ́n alálàáfíà. Àlìmá nílé lórí o, ayé wa dùn lóyè. Àlìmá ló lọ́wọ́, ṣùgbọ́n nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀ o. Àlìmá nílé lórí o, orente no dey complain o. Ẹ bá mi kí o orente o, orente o. Ṣálá tún máa orente o, orente o. ẹ bá mi kí òwúrẹ́ dé òwúrẹ́ dé o ṣálá tún bá o.